dial in on that. And I want to show you as I'm going to put this one away while we're here. So you fold it up. Once again, it's the 2-coin set.
The little pewter emblem.
That's right. Fits in there. Then this goes on here.
It slides in the sleeve.
And then it slides in the exterior sleeve.
And you have that silver embossing and everything's official.
Okay, so now.
Okay, so
I have
Civil
69 of these.
1995 proof Civil War commemorative 2-coin set
This
at
is the tough one of the bunch because they're so popular and they're very, very rare. So once again, the Civil War commemorative from 1995, okay?
You had a few of these last March.
Last March I had a few.
I had a few of them in March.
$69.95. Once again, this is the proof. You get the silver dollar and the half dollar that you're going to have right there. The Civil War commemorative from the United States Mint 1995 that you're going to have Confederate troop, Union troops over there that you're going to have, like I said, 69 sets is all that I have. Yeah, it's very, very difficult.
Yeah,
because what happens is these are proof coins, and what happens is when you have a coin that's basically 20-something years old, if I take that out of here, the coin is absolutely perfect, but the lens has been protecting it for 20 years. And there is some of the stuff. Look at that, just absolutely.
Look at the mirror
history.
finish. I mean,
oh, it's absolutely stunning. They're absolutely beautiful, stunning mirror finish proof coins. Like I said, the lens is 25 years old, and so there is the silver dollar.
Yeah, these have never kind of kissed the air.
Yeah, right, exactly, because they're in these airtight holders, and I love the cannon that's on the reverse of that. Isn't that fantastic? And once again, the 1995 Civil War commemorative, rarely do I have these in the 2-coin set with this. Very, very difficult to get. Mintage on these is so minuscule.
Yeah.
So if you look at this, if you look at some of the mintages out there for specific coins, and the United States proof set. So the 1995 United States government proof set, which I would sell for close to this, it doesn't have either one of these coins in it. They made, I think they made about 1 million coins, about 1 million sets. This, I think the entire mintage of the 2-coin set is like, I don't know, 60,000 or 80,000, something like that in the 2-coin set.
That's it.
So very, very difficult to get. And like I said, look at the beautiful certificate of authenticity.
Yeah.
The battlefield, Civil War battlefield commemorative coins.
And in that teal color is pretty rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.